Have you ever noticed how some couples go all out for their anniversary with expensive dinners, weekend getaways, social media countdowns, and jewelry that costs a month's rent? Others just let the day pass. No gifts, no reservations, maybe not even a happy anniversary, until one of them remembers at 9 p.m. But here is the question. Why do some people treat their anniversary like any other Tuesday? Is it indifference, a dying relationship, or maybe something much deeper about how they experience love itself? Stick with me until the end, because what you will discover might even explain your own relationship patterns. For some couples, the story is simple but painful. They do not celebrate because celebrating feels performative. Imagine this. You have been together for years, and somewhere along the way, the relationship lost its spark. The anniversary arrives, and instead of genuine joy, there is just awkward obligation. Do we do something? Should we pretend everything is fine? Over time, the brain adapts. Psychologists call this relationship disillusionment, when repeated disappointment trains you to stop investing emotional energy into symbolic gestures. So eventually, the anniversary becomes just another day. Not because they do not remember, but because acknowledging it highlights what is missing. Then there's another group, the people who are genuinely secure in their relationship. They love each other deeply, but they don't need a calendar date to prove it. For them, anniversaries feel arbitrary. Why is February 14th more important than the random Tuesday you stayed up talking until 3 a.m.? Why does love need a scheduled performance? Studies in relationship psychology show that couples who tie their connection to external markers like anniversaries, Valentine's Day, or public displays of affection often have more fragile bonds than those who build intimacy through consistent daily small acts. This mindset is linked to what psychologists call intrinsic versus extrinsic relationship motivation. Intrinsic couples find meaning in the relationship itself, the inside jokes, the comfortable silences, the way you know exactly how they take their coffee. Extrinsic couples need external validation, the Instagram post, the public celebration, the proof that yes, we're still in love. For intrinsic couples, treating an anniversary like any other day isn't neglect. It's actually the ultimate expression of I don't need a special occasion to love you. I do it every day. And here's where it gets interesting. Some people treat anniversaries casually because they fundamentally reject relationship milestones as measures of success. Think about it. What does 5 years together actually prove? You could be miserable for 5 years or deeply connected for 5 months. The number is meaningless without context. These people have often experienced or witnessed relationships where couples hit major milestones, celebrated anniversaries for decades, and still ended in divorce or quiet resentment. So they have developed what researchers call milestone skepticism. They do not trust the calendar to tell them if their relationship is healthy. They trust how they feel on a random Wednesday morning. And honestly, that is probably more accurate than any anniversary dinner could reveal. But there is a darker side nobody talks about. For some couples, not celebrating anniversaries is actually avoidance. They are not secure. They are scared that if they stop and actually reflect on the relationship, they will have to confront how unhappy they are. Scared that celebrating would feel like lying. Scared that acknowledging the passage of time means admitting they are still stuck in the same patterns. For them, treating the anniversary like any other day is not peace. It is denial disguised as casualness. The difference is this: secure couples who skip anniversaries are choosing presence over performance. Avoidant couples who skip anniversaries are choosing numbness over honesty. And from the outside, they look identical. But internally, one feels like freedom. The other feels like slow suffocation. Then there's the practical group, the couples who simply don't have the bandwidth. Kids, careers, financial stress, health issues. The anniversary arrives, and before they even process it, the day is gone. It's not that they forgot. It's that survival mode creates selective attention. When your brain is managing childcare logistics, work deadlines, and keeping the household running, symbolic dates stop registering. For them, the anniversary isn't ignored. It is just buried under everything else they are carrying. And here's what most relationship advice gets wrong. They're told you have to prioritize your relationship and make time for romance, but nobody acknowledges that sometimes just staying together through the chaos is the romance. Sometimes the fact that you are both still showing up, still choosing each other despite the exhaustion, is more meaningful than any candlelit dinner. For these couples, love isn't about grand gestures. It is about still being there when the gestures are impossible. Now here's the most interesting part. People who treat their anniversary like a normal day often carry the same mindset into life. They don't need external validation to know their relationship matters. They don't need public celebrations to feel loved. They're quietly confident. Does that mean they never doubt? Of course not. They're human, but they've trained themselves to measure love in daily consistency instead of annual spectacle. And there's research backing this up. A study from 2016 on relationship satisfaction found that couples who emphasized everyday affection, small gestures, and consistent communication had significantly higher long-term satisfaction than couples who focused on milestone events. The anniversary dinner does not predict relationship success. How you treat each other on a random Tuesday morning does. So whether you plan elaborate anniversary celebrations or let the day pass unnoticed, both reveal something about your relationship. For some, it is about insecurity, needing external proof. For others, it is about priorities buried under life's demands. And for many, it is about deep security that does not need a calendar to validate love. But here is the critical question. Are you skipping anniversaries because you are secure in your love or because you are avoiding confronting your lack of it? One is confidence, the other is cowardice. Only you know which one you are living. The couples who treat anniversaries casually but still maintain deep intimacy have figured something out. They have realized that love is not about the big moments you remember once a year. It is about the small moments you create every day. They do not need an anniversary to remind them they are loved. They are reminded every time their partner makes them coffee, listens to their terrible day, or chooses to stay when leaving would be easier. That is not indifference. That is the deepest form of commitment, the kind that does not need an audience or a calendar reminder, the kind that just exists, quietly, powerfully, in the mundane moments nobody photographs. So the real question is, do you celebrate your anniversary or do you celebrate each other? One is a date. The other is a decision you make every single day. Which one are you? Are you waiting for special occasions to show love, or have you already found celebration in the everyday? If this made you think differently about relationships, you will love the other psychology topics we cover here. Hit subscribe so you do not miss the next video. We dive deep into the kind of psychology that actually explains your relationship patterns. And if you want to go even deeper, the next video breaks down why some couples never fight and what that actually reveals about their relationship. Click it. You need to hear this.